Hey there. I didn't know you were coming. But since you're here, might as well explain what we're doing. So, this is the setup to crew Jake Grossbauer while he knocks out the North Fork section of the OT. Last year, towards the end of April, we were supposed to run the out and back of the 11 point, and Jake was going to run the back with us, and myself and Chris Boyle got just destroyed with it being the first warm day of the year. It ended up getting 90 degrees and got to Jake at the turnaround, and we didn't have our headlamps or anything to even attempt to make it back. We offered to crew him while he ran the back, but he didn't want to, and I don't blame him. The goal was to run together. So I've been wanting to repay the favor for almost a year now, and I'm getting to now. So we are checking out the basically the southernmost section of the Ozark Trail, which starts right here. 27 miles. I'm gonna meet Jake at 3 spots along the way. Probably doesn't need a ton of help, but I'm pumped to be able to drive him back and throw a Coke his way and check in on him tomorrow. So just enjoy a beautiful day on the trails, supporting him, knocking out this section of the OT as he embarks on the 2021 goal of completing every section of the trail. I'll see you in 5 miles if you don't want to. You're not going to need 3 bottles for 5 miles. Is this a Boy Scout in you? Always be prepared.
Always be prepared. You never know what happens in 5 miles.
Right. Yeah. And you got a crippled crewman. It might take me 2 hours to come get you. Garmin and reach on. Watch on.
We'll get in there. Safety first, right?
Yeah, let's do it. All right, my man. I'll see you in 5 miles. Have fun.
Thanks. See ya.
All right, North Fork. I can't say it. Supported FKT. Going down. We'll check in with Jake in, I don't know, maybe an hour or so. stop, the 5.5-mile aid station, just in this beautiful pine forest section. Just pops out of nowhere. I don't know what this W is, but it's not really inviting colors. And then you come over to this nice little spot where you could potentially camp, and that's what you get. Unbelievable. How is it?
Last like 2.5 miles has been missed.
I know. Well, when you're driving, you just drive off into this, like, I mean, it's like farms, and then,
Like, yeah.
and then you just.
Don't worry, if you hear me going, woo! It's just me enjoying the day. Pine forest, backwoods, trail running. Woo!
National Children's Forest, kind of cool. They have these little markers that explain the different trees and whatnot in the area. Ozark Children's Forest and Interpretive Trail. Cool little 1/4-mile trek. That's where Jake's gonna be heading out of. So we're at the Blue Hole Trailhead. Crosses Highway AP over here. Blue Hole. Jake's gonna be coming straight from there and going to be getting wet, and then gets to run along this super rocky creek bed for a little bit. Absolutely gorgeous. OT markers when you get into this section. Jake's got the Guy app and everything, and it looks like they kind of mark it with red paint on the trees. But you can see there's a split there, 2 different trailheads. And the wild thing about down in this area is you have these pine sections that just like pop in, and it's almost like a straight line. It's like boom, pines, and then you have pine forest, and it goes back to like the Missouri white oaks, and it's wild. But less of the brutal Ozark rock and just kind of small, kind of crushed gravel, or really flat area here. So not as brutal, technical, OT, typical terrain so far in here. I'm sure it comes back because that's what happens in Missouri. Lots of rocks. Buddy, how you feeling?
Got a little worried.
Where do you think I'd be on the other side?
Huh?
Did you think I was gonna be on the other side?
Well, I popped out there. I'm like, I looked across the map. I'm like, oh, the road's right here. So I'm like,
Yeah.
at the road.
Well, I originally went over there, and then I think it's on this map over here. That's not the McGar trailhead.
Oh, really?
It's like the CC something trailhead.
Yeah, it's like a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, trailhead. It's like ups and downs. There's a spot where it looked like it had been burned before. It's got a ton of like
tiny
small ones. And like I stood there, I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is where.
I was reading in the book, and it said that exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, once you get to the section with where the fire was, there's a ton of small growth, and it's kind of hard to find the trail.
Yeah. And then just after 14.
Yep. It's kind of chilly.
It's not horrible, but
That
I thought
breeze.
it got a little late.
Yeah.
You go down, like you're literally running the ridge.
Yeah.
And then you like drop down, like really nice, drop down to the creek again.
Switchbacks
Yeah.
on one of them. Yeah.
And then you cross the creek, and then you like just make this long, like running right up a ridge line, like 300 feet.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of cairns all in that section.
Really interesting.
I don't know.
Cairn Gate.
But
All right, buddy.
So we're done.
Yep. We're almost home. All right, buddy. Keep it up. See you soon. Southern terminus. Jake's crushing it, so we're just hanging here. It's supposed to get up in the 50s today, but we're hanging in the 40s, and now it's sprinkling a little bit. So yeah, he should be getting here, I don't know, probably in the next 40 minutes or so. Hopefully, if it's not raining, we're gonna go back to that first aid station spot and pick up the trash. If it's raining and Jake's not feeling so hot, might have to call that in and see if someone who lives.
The first 2 miles I was cruising, like 9.5 miles. Then I dropped down to the river. To Mile 26 reached a nice 350-foot climb.
Really? And then when you get up here, is it pretty flat?
It's pretty flat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I went out 3/4 of a mile and then came back, and that was all just super smooth, flat, pine needle. What about that yucca patch?
All right, I took a
And
picture of that. That was
I
pretty
know.
cool.
And right before that like rock wall?
Yeah.
Weird.
There was another one further in.
Somebody,
Another mile before that. It's an old, probably farm.
yeah, somebody had
Road.
some sort of homestead or something there.
There's a nice green field down that way a little bit.
Really?
It kind of lines further down there.
Really? Nice, man. What was the official time? Boom.
5:42.
All right, all right, all right.
Right.
Your new supported FKT holder on the North
Fork section.
Fork. I've been calling it North Folk all day because I want to say North
Yeah.
Folk Lake. Nice, buddy. Congrats.
Thanks.